Why should anyone study history? I'm Dr. Jeff Kreh, your humanities tutor, and I'm here to help you discover an education worthy of a free people and then to live that way as deeply and as passionately as you desire. Why should you study history? Why should anyone study history? I remember history during school was, we had a football coach who taught history, and there were some memorable things, but in the main, it just kind of felt like something to get through so that we could keep playing sports. And it was dry. I remember being in undergraduate years, kind of overwhelmed with the information and underwhelmed with the compelling nature of history. And it wasn't until I got into graduate school and into doctoral studies with the Faulkner Great Books Honors College that I had a history program based in these great books back behind me that really challenged me. I remember writing in one paper for my professor, Dr. Jason Jewell, that I thought that history was this dry thing, and I suddenly found myself in an ocean of information and meaning and like drowning in content and overwhelmed instead of by the tedium of a study of history. I found myself overwhelmed by the relevance and just found myself so passionate about it that instead of continue on the path that I was on, I switched gears to, not that you double major in a doctoral study, but I added history as a major emphasis in that time because of that experience. And one of the things that I think is so powerful about the study of history is that it shows us how humans have dealt with great uncertainty. When you think about all of the great adventures in human history, all the true great adventures in human history that have been recorded, we see historians laying out these, the people going through it didn't know what the end of the story was going to be. And they were making the best decisions they knew how to make based on the limited information they had in a period of great life-threatening uncertainty. And we get to sit as historians or as humans who are looking back on history, and we get to ask questions that help us understand how did these great figures face this tremendous uncertainty. And hopefully we can take some of the lessons that we learned, some of the answers to our questions, and we can apply their wisdom, whether it was 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, we can apply their wisdom into our current decision-making process. This is one of the great gifts of being human, is we have this ability to write down our thoughts, to capture and communicate for the future the challenges that we're facing, and then we can look back on these events and unpack them and kind of engage in a continual resurrection of the wisdom of the past and bring that power of wisdom to bear on our current difficulties. So what use is a study of history? Well, study of history can show you how people remained free during great uncertainty, how they maintained their courage in overwhelming odds. And I want to encourage you, head on over to Facebook, Dr. Jeff Kreh, and let's explore this idea of an education worthy of a free people. And my hope is that you can come away from it, if nothing else, you can come away from some interactions and from some video content, and if you have questions, that we can engage together, and that together we can unpack some of these great questions, these extremely difficult circumstances that humans found themselves in years past. And I can help you, and you can help me, and we can be helping anybody else that's on this journey with us to take advantage of the wisdom of the past, apply it to our present, and hopefully help others enjoy a better future because we're willing to do the difficult work right now. If you're not already a member, please subscribe. Leave a comment below. I always give 100 Brazilian bonus points to whoever leaves the best question, comment, smart remark in the comments. And until we meet again, keep pursuing being a worthy person, someone worthy of an education, worthy of a free people. And then be free, my friend.